Team Jada back here, and this is the second clip of my disc priest entering the outland. We were successful in pre outland stuff, classic stuff. So now we take it to the next level. Here's some footage of me doing a couple of bosses in each of the dungeons in the outlands. I didn't hit all of the dungeons out there. Basically, I can tell you with the heirloom gear that I have on, I am leveling really quickly, so I didn't have to hit every dungeon in the outlands to kind of move forward. As I was telling you guys in my previous video, this group has been unique compared to the other groups that I've had, in the fact that I could queue in a dungeon as healer and the other two as DPS, and just strictly focus on DPS and still keep my tank and the other DPS alive. Whereas in my other groups, I would have to either go all DPS, I could go all DPS and then heal, you know, off heal when I had to. The good thing about how I'm queuing as a healer and DPS is that my queue times are quicker, so I get to run dungeons a lot more frequently rather than queuing up as 3 DPS. Here's one of the bosses in Slave Pen, and I mean, just by watching the videos, guys, you could see that I'm rarely running into any problems here. I mean, nowadays people are, they got their heirloom gear, they're kind of twinked out, so really no one's having problems in these older instances. But you gotta think that I'm not going into these dungeons that much at a higher level. I'm pretty much at the dungeon level. So yeah, my gear is pretty much top notch, but so far no one's no wipes. I've had a few deaths, but overall this group has really been great. I'm gonna try to get you guys some PvP footage of this group. As I mentioned before, it's not as good as the 3 paladins or the 3 shamans so far. I haven't really put in a lot of time. I'm sure this priest could really be pretty nasty. Yeah. So I got fear. I have shields, and so I am gonna put some time into PvP with them. But in this one little clip there, as you see there, all my guys pretty much died with this boss from the Underbog. He hit me with that spell, with that poison stuff, and all 3 of my guys died. It was pretty funny. But other than that, I'm just really cruising. I've cruised through the outlands here. Here's one of the bosses, and I believe this is Underbog. I'm not having any problems at all, breezing through this stuff. And as I mentioned before, the group has been amazing. I'll let you guys watch some of the video footage as I cruise through the outlands. I'm gonna bring out some PvP footage of my hunters, which I've recorded a while back. Some pretty good stuff. I've been playing with my shamans. I've also got a race change with my shamans. I got tired of the female Draenei's, and I got them changed into dwarfs. I felt it was a better look, and for me, playing this game is all about how my toon looks. If my toon looks weird and funny and awkward or whatever, I'm not going to put time into it. So I said, okay, the only way I'm going to really get back into my shamans is if I get them a race change. So I got them a race change, and I'm going to bring you guys some footage on what I've been doing with them. Sometimes I queue up in BGs as all 3 restos, which is pretty hilarious, watching some of these guys try to kill me. And then other times I just go full DPS, and watching me one-shot people is pretty amazing as well. So here's one of the last dungeons that I'm going to show you guys as far as the outlands, and it is Old Donher Keep, Old Hillsbrad. And pretty much in this dungeon, you go through a series of saving or trying to save Thrall. Here's one of the last few bosses. There's a couple of waves of mobs that come out. As you see here, I'm getting set. I'm getting in position. There's another set of mobs that are coming out. Again, really no problems. As you can see, as in certain points of this video, you know, whether the tank gets low or I get low myself, I throw up Prayer of Healing, you know, ×3, and it heals up the whole group. Plus they have a shield on them which absorbs damage, you know, ×3. So it's like that alone gives me about a good 10-15 seconds, you know, of not having to worry about getting damaged or dying. So when I do that, I know I'm safe for a while. I can kind of regroup and get my tunes back in line to wrap up whatever I got going on. As you see there, the boss is about to come down. It's this huge dragon. He comes down, and again, here's one of the many instances that I've encountered in the Outlands that my priest is just kind of breezing through. I've been taking some time because I've also been leveling up their professions. Like they're all jewel crafting and alchemy, to add to my list of jewel crafters and alchemists that I have. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. So I just want to say thanks, guys. This movement, this Together to the Top movement has been great. I can tell you some of the tips that Athene gave me, added a few more hits to my stuff. I don't have a lot. I'm hoping to get more viewers and more comments and more subscriptions. With your help, you guys can make that possible. Stay tuned for this priest hitting the Wrath of the Lich King content. Team Jada signing out. Thanks, guys.